Much better that, Gareth? Stop the rot a little bit.
Much better, much better. It's not the point. It's the nature of the point. It's how we got the point. The reset meeting was Saturday. The boys were in all day. So anyone who thinks that after that performance on Friday we were off or something, no, we were in all day and meetings and real open talks with each other about how we need to approach this now and what's going to happen if we don't give it our all, and then a little different change in the way we're playing. Obviously a little bit more threatening for me, I thought, but it was the nature of the point, not just the point. The way we came back, the way we probably should have nicked it at the end there. I thought we were a better team second half by quite some distance. They look very dangerous from set pieces, which is a huge issue. We need to nail this down because we give ourselves a mountain to climb. But we climbed it and we almost toppled it as well with that late flow. But I'm really proud of the boys today.
So after those meetings on Saturday, what were you thinking after 12 minutes?
I was worried. I was really worried. I was thinking that we went 1-0 down against Preston and we looked beat. The difference today was we went 2-0 down and we didn't look beat. We looked like we were stunned, but we had belief that we could get back into this game. And that header from Linden and the cross from Elias, I thought was a real spark of a moment. But we had other chances in the first half as well. If we'd hit the target a bit more, I think we'd have been coming in at 2-2 maybe, and free for all second half. But that performance was well enough for me. Both players and fans, might I ask. I thought the fans were absolutely brilliant, and I wouldn't have surprised if just 10 people had turned up today after Friday. But they came up, 1,200 of them came up and got behind the team like you wouldn't believe. And that's why I raced over at full time to thank every single one of them, because they really got us home today. And I'm proud to say that the boys could go over no matter what the result today, clap them and hold their heads high because they gave me everything.
I mean, wins are what you need, but just a sort of a fight back like that and the way you played second half, does it give you?
Not getting beat is what we need, 5 more of those performances and I think we'll be safe. But we've got to make sure we repeat that, week in, week out, day in, day out, hour in, hour out. I want the boys now performing like absolute championship footballers that they are, because professionalism and the way you train, the way you conduct yourself on and off the pitch, everything now, give it me for 4 weeks, because that'll be enough. And then I want to make the changes I can make, because there's a hell of a lot needs sorting here, and there's a lot that people don't know about. There's a lot of stick given about. People don't know the total full stories inside and out, and it's something that we'll keep together. We've got to stick together at this club, and that's the only way we'll survive in the championship. And trust me to make all the things I need to do and get this club challenging again. That's what we want.
The team was 6th on Christmas Day. Were there flashes today of why that team was top end of the table?
Yeah, it's in them. The boys, it really is in them. And as I say, getting a few of the injuries back was key. Look at the 2 that combined today. I didn't have them at the start of my reign, and that's important. And again, Leon Balogun commands that back 4 well. Jimmy Dunn playing right back. He's played there before. It wasn't just a gamble. I've seen him play there before. So I think that we've got some bodies back that are going to bolster the squad. We're still missing a few, and that needs sorting. But I'm really proud of the boys today, and I want to talk about the endeavour and the attitude and the never say die that they showed today. We've got to show that from now to the end of the season. And listen, we're not going to win every game. I'm not going to tell the fans we're going to win every game, because we're not. It's just where we are on the table. It's a tough ask, but we'll win enough to stay in the championship, and that's important.
Samfield first game back at the Hawthorn since he left.
Sensational. Sensational, Samfield today. But he'll be the first to say the 10 people around him gave him that platform to be sensational, because if he missed a tackle, if he missed a header, Luke Amos was there to pick it up, Rob Dickey was there to pick it up. All these people, it was just an all-round team performance today that everyone to do with QPR can be proud of.
Gareth, should the first goal stood like it is on? So
I don't know. Yeah, I've not seen that. I haven't been told that by any of my analysts, so I'll have to have a look at that. I don't think he knew anything about it at all. I think that Senny's come for it, and it looked like an easy catch, and then it took a little nick off somebody and just missed Senny. And if it's hit, Santa Thomas, was it, and just went in? Yeah. So he didn't know anything about it. If he's hit his hand, then VAR may have come to our rescue, but not in the Championship. To wait a few years.
Yeah, certainly the one replay that we saw.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But you know, the way we got back in it, and then the way we almost scored at the end, Andre Dizel and Taylor Richards, their first touches is coming on the subs. I think if we'd have nicked that today, I don't think anyone would have said we didn't deserve that.
Timing of Saturday's meeting, was there anything in that? Why Saturday and not before, or maybe after this game?
Just the performance on Friday, the nature of the defeat. No, we looked like we were beaten from when that first goal went in. We just looked beaten. We looked like we'd run out of energy. We looked like that was it. And if you start looking beaten, it'll happen, you know. And I had to address that with 6 games to go. We addressed it when we came in. We've done all we can on the development side, culture side. We're pushing it. It had to come from the boys. It really did, and that was almost some uncomfortable moments in the meeting to make sure that everyone spoke and everyone said their piece and what it's going to take to listen. We can't say it's going to guarantee staying in the Championship, but what you can give now from now to the end of the season to try and stay in the Championship, and it's absolutely everything. You can't now look this and let it pass you by. If you do, and if you look like you're doing that, you won't play for me. You won't be on that pitch. And I thought today, every single one of them, all the boys who travelled, they were well up for this today, and I'm proud of them.
I mean, it was have a desired effect, didn't it? I mean, whatever you said, and I know some of it's private, but I mean, whatever was said, we saw out there today.
Absolutely.
You could have won that at the end.
Yeah, I think we deserve to win that, but I think the mental side of the game is bigger than everybody realises. It really is. You know, you can win and lose games on the mental side of the game. Every single one of them's a brilliant player out there today, West Brom included. Every single person, and the difference is the mentality sometimes. And I have to say, when the West Brom fans started sort of getting a little bit frustrated at their players, you could feel that, and that spurred my boys on. So probably something to think about when we're at home. You know, my fans getting frustrated with my players. They're trying their best. Sometimes they thought they were trying their best, and maybe it wasn't enough. Now it will be enough, especially after that meeting. It will be enough. And with 6 games to go, I think there's plenty of points to get on the board before we need to say anything else.
Big goal for Linden after what he's been through. He's been some November since he scored last time.
Yeah.
How big is that for him and for you in terms of the last 6 games?
Huge. I think his work rate warranted a goal today. He was fantastic, and I've asked for more deliveries into the box. I mean, I've got 2 strikers there who will scare any defence. They scare me when I walk in at times. So they're big boys, you know, and they don't take any messing. And I think that the energy they show, they both deserve their goals today. You know, both of them. Chris will probably say he meant that finish. It was definitely a tackle. But Linden's header was, I mean, it wouldn't look out of place in the Premier League, right? You know, and a fantastic cross from Milius, which again we've been talking about, more threatening, more deliveries. Played a lot of pretty football in front of teams this season. Sometimes you got a bit nastier, and I thought that everyone was a little bit nastier today, that a little bit more, so I don't know, committed and positive, and I think the fans would have seen that. And like I said, at the end of the game, I'd have been proud to walk over no matter what the result today.
It was hard to come back from pneumonia though. That must be knocking sideways a bit.
It's a hell of an illness, you know, and so it can happen to anyone. But Linden's work rate and his running and the way he puts himself about is what makes him a fantastic player. Yeah, he wants to add more goals to his game, but he keeps heading balls like that, I'm sure he will.
Gareth, just for me on Saturday, I don't expect you to kind of go into details about what was said, etc. But do you see anything from players, how they spoke in the meetings that sort of surprised you?
No, it's stay private, you know. It won't be amongst the players. I think that as the manager and the coaches, we're expected to demand from the players. When the players start demanding from each other, it's very powerful. And I think that's something that we want. You know, we want the players to, you know, demand from each other as much as the coaches demand from them. And I think that was an important mean to have. It was a long day for us. I'm glad to say we did it because we needed that. You know, it's been a whirlwind since I took over. And like I say, it's been tough to get a settled side with the injuries coming back, with the players that didn't have available, with fitness issues, with are they fit enough to continue 90 minutes, all these things. But I feel like now this week I've got real clarity on how we want to play, how we want to do things, and with 5 games left to play, there's well enough points to stay in the championship.
The crowd at Elsters Road were pretty irate after the Preston game.
Rightly so.
Did chances you're not fit to wear the shirt, that kind of thing? How much of an effect that have on players and stuff?
As I said, I think the West Brom fans have an effect on their players today. And I obviously I understand the frustrations, but these young lads, you know, and they're vulnerable, they're fragile at times. But it was my job to maybe strengthen them, make them a little bit more resilient, because our fans sometimes will get frustrated, and I'm sure that, you know, there's going to be frustrations from now to the end of the season. But I will demand performances like that, an application like that today. And as I said, no matter what happens this season, if they apply themselves like that, that's good enough for me.
Were you due to be off on Saturday, or were they coming in anyway for lockdowns?
No, they're in anyway. I'm not saying we're getting days off left, right, and centre in the position we're in, but it was probably a bit longer than it should have been.